in brightest day. In You already know the drill. You know what we're about to talk about right now. The pilot episode of Lanterns dropped, and I'm ready to talk about it. There are spoilers ahead. We're going to keep it brief, but jump into this so you've been warned. You got enough time. Oh my God, what a stellar first episode of Lanterns. It's everything it was described to be. It's always been said that it's going to be a true detective style story, and it definitely is in all the best ways. Now, I've already read things online. People are already bitching and moaning because that's what fanboys do. I'm a fanboy. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how you want change, want things to stay the same, don't want things to stay the same, want change. It's a consistent, constant fucking contradiction. Pull your heads out of your asses, man. This is great television. With that said, man, let's talk about excellent cinematography, excellent fucking characters and acting in Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan, spot on. He's cocky. He's got the charisma. He's got that full, like, I don't know, you can tell he's been on the job for 40 years, but you can tell he's had his time. He knows his shit. He's confident in what he does, and that's who Hal Jordan's supposed to be. And then you've got his new protege, played by Aaron Pierre, as John Stewart, who's a straight laced military man who's there to learn respectfully from Hal and just their journey together. The way it starts is vastly different already from the way it ends in the episode. Their relationship goes really, really quick and in the best ways. They have really strong rapport. They work well off of each other, and I loved it. They really nailed every aspect of the characters that you could possibly want. Nailed it. Now, I know a lot of us were skeptical about, oh man, we're going to get an older Hal Jordan. That sucks, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to come back to around to that. So we've got the story split up into two time periods, 2016 and then 2006. All right. 2016 is our main storyline, and then we have flashbacks back to 2006 in this episode at least. But the main storyline seems to be happening in 2016, where we do have a murder or a mass shooting in this case that brings them there. This is also the origin point for where Hal Jordan recovered his ring from Abin Sur, which he touches on. And he knows there's something big here going on. And that's where you see a lot of the space cop aspect kick in. The end of the day, these guys aren't superheroes. Yeah, they have superhero powers, but they're not. They're intergalactic police officers. They're cops. And this is what they're doing. This is a cop fucking show and scenario. That's vastly different than Guardians in the Galaxy shooting shit in space, all right? Two different type of scenarios, two different type of characters. They are cops. Comprehend that, guys. If you know Green Lantern mythos, they are cops. And that's what we're getting, cop work. So you've got definite influences from the show True Detective. You've got influences from things such like Training Day as well. But we're back here in this small town. They're fish out of water. Honestly, they're already being looked at as these big superhero type entities in the small town. Small towns to cover their own asses. It's got its own things going on. Definitely a lot of shadowy shit going. It's just crazy. And then small town antics happen. You got bar fights. You've got fucking John Stewart, smooth as shit in a very much a cochino, uh, snagging a gilf. That's right, I said gilf. Some cool display of the constructs. Now, again, it's a show, so we don't need a whole lot of flashbang at the beginning. Let it play out organically and gracefully, and it's what it does. I actually am on the opposite side of the spectrum where I don't want to see all the fucking CGI at first. CGI to me drowns the whole depth and quality of a show. It doesn't have to be all CGI filled. When those moments come up, they're badass. And we can respect them and really, really own those moments instead of being drowned in it. And I appreciate the few moments from how showing how masterful he is with his constructs and making a counterfeit fucking 20. You know the level of detail and skill you have to do that? And you can tell he's done this for 40 years to be able to do such a thing. Now, I know in the comics we have John usually with the more precise constructs because he's an artist and he is an architect type of mind. But that's not what we're leaning here. We're leaning here on knowledge and time. That's where Hal Jordan. Speaking of which, really cool detail I liked about John Stewart in here. I love that they carry on that aspect of him that he's an artist and he always has a sketchbook with him and he's drawing and he's taking notes like he's always drawing. That's really cool. I thought that was a small little Easter egg that I really, really appreciated. But Aaron Pierre knocked it out of the park. Everything I know of Jon Stewart, from the Green Lantern books to Justice League, nailed. And of course, Kyle Chandler, Hal Jordan, killed it. All the supporting cast, awesome as well. We've got a great cast. We've got really a lot of really cool breadcrumbs for this coming season that I'm loving every bit of it. And I know it was rumored and it was confirmed that by the end of the episode in 2026, we flash forward to a very upsetting scene to many, I'm sure, in which Hal Jordan has been killed. And he's been killed, shot in the head. Here we see Aaron's Jon Stewart to a T with the goatee, back in Nebraska. Now, why was Hal killed? Why is he not wearing his ring? Why does Jon not have the ring? Why does Guy have a ring? Questions that will be answered. But here's where I was going to circle back around to. We're all bitching and moaning about Hal being dead. Remember, that's dead now. We've also got the storyline going on in 2016. There's also a 10-year gap between the two periods that can be filled within each season to carry on the flashbacks. If we keep with the same kind of motives, with something in the present having to do something in the past, or vice versa, etc., you still have plenty of story to tell about Hal. So don't jump the gun already. Yes, it sucks he's dead, but you don't know how much time they're going to give him. You have no idea what they have planned out. You have 10 years and more, if you want to go back, of possible Hal Jordan stories that can be told within this universe. All right. And stop limiting ourselves, guys. Like, let's stop. We know Sinestro's around the corner. We know the Manhunters are around the corner. We know there's going to be some cosmic shit going on, right? There are still stories to be told. Be patient. This is a detective story. Detective stories aren't fucking just over that. That kills the whole suspense. That kills the fun. We want to see these guys build their relationship, their rapport. We want to see these guys' skills mature and grow. God, please just cut that shit out, man. Enjoy the show. I fucking loved it. I give it honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. Um, you know what? I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 because I really don't see any drawbacks at this point. I love that it leaned into the mature status. Like I said, the action scenes were within the right realms of what we needed. There's still a lot to be built up from that. I love the cinematography. I love the soundtrack, the acting, everything was on par for me. I even like the flashbacks of looking at the Green Lantern suits and having an actual suit instead of a construct. I know that goes against mythos, but we don't know how that's going to evolve, right? Guys wearing a suit, like, it makes sense. We all knew there were going to be suits and non-constructs as soon as they started popping up here, and that's okay. Make it more believable. Make it just it's dope. It sticks with the Earth One story, and I love that. Either way, I was stoked. I loved it. Let me know what you thought down below, of course. Until the next Alarm Nerds, appreciate you.